1 hour from Madrid, there are 4 towns that most tourists never find. Today I'm taking you to all of them.
Hi, I'm Dawn, and I believe that travel should help you discover life differently. And today I'm taking you on 4 UNESCO World Heritage easy day trips just about an hour from Madrid. And I promise at least one of these towns is going to completely surprise you. Let's go.
We plan this as a hub and spoke trip. Madrid as our home base, 4 incredible destinations as day trips out and back, where we just unpack once, settle in, and explore everything from one central point. It's perfect if you want flexibility to mix and match your days without living out of a suitcase, and honestly, it was worth coming back to Madrid every night. Plaza Mayor on a gray February morning with almost nobody around. That doesn't happen in July. We chose February specifically for fewer crowds and that live like a local feeling, and it delivered. This city is incredibly walkable. We just wandered with no plan and no itinerary. Though I will say the weekends got noticeably busier even in February. Madrid is popular for a reason. Most mornings were overcast, but by the afternoon the sun came out and the blue skies against the architecture were just stunning. Pack layers, you'll thank me. Madrid at night is really spectacular. Most restaurants open late, which actually works perfectly. You can spend the evening taking in the sights and then sit down for a dinner when the city really comes alive. We loved it. Sadly, we missed 2 things I had on my list. Retiro Park was closed due to the weather conditions, and the Mercado de San Miguel was closed for renovations. But honestly, this just gives me a reason to go back. I came back to Spain having loved Barcelona, but Madrid quietly stole my heart. Check out my tips on the DLD list. Our first stop is Ávila, built in the 11th century, 2.5 kilometers of wall, 88 towers, 9 gates, and still completely intact. This is a city that has barely changed in 1,000 years.
When you get up close, something really interesting caught my eye. These fragments embedded right into the stonework. I actually had to look them up because I couldn't figure out what it was I was looking at. It turns out they're pieces of Roman materials, altar stones, urns, cornices, taken from a Roman site that once stood in this very area. The medieval builders simply used what was there already. I love that detail. Layers of history literally built on top of each other. You can walk a section of the walls, and I absolutely recommend it. The climb up is worth every step, but I honestly can't imagine what this would be like doing it in the summertime with all the crowds. From up here, you get a completely different perspective on the city. And this was a wonderful, unexpected surprise, an Ash Wednesday celebration happening right there in the streets. If you have time to make your way to Cuatro Post, it's a short walk outside of the city walls, and the view back across to the whole walled city is just stunning. If you can, stay for the evenings to see the walls lit up. It's worth it. And check out the DLD list for my Ávila tips. The next stop is Segovia.
Segovia was a day that genuinely surprised me. From the moment you arrive, the scale of what you're looking at is just remarkable. This is a Roman aqueduct built almost 2,000 years ago. Not a single drop of mortar holding it together, just over 20,000 granite blocks placed perfectly. Walking underneath it and looking up, you really start to understand what an extraordinary feat of engineering this is. From the old city walls, the countryside stretches out in every direction. Golden light on one side, sun hitting the old buildings on the other. On a clear day, it's absolutely stunning. And then you turn a corner, and there's the Alcazar. This fairy tale castle sitting on a craggy, rocky ridge at the edge of the city. Walt Disney is said to have been inspired by it when he designed Cinderella's castle. Once you see it, you completely believe it. Inside the old city walls, another Plaza Mayor, which is beautiful, and the cathedral right alongside it. It is one of the last Gothic cathedrals built in Spain. Segovia is a perfect half-day trip, which is exactly what we did. Check out the DLD list for my Segovia tips. And Cuenca is next.
Cuenca was my favorite surprise of the whole trip. We took the train from Madrid and grabbed a cab up to the old city, and then we just wandered. We had the place almost entirely to ourselves. That bridge, walking across it with the gorge dropping away on both sides and those hanging houses clinging to the edge of the cliff, is just one of those views that genuinely stops you. We started the morning at Piola for breakfast because it was quite an early train ride to get to Cuenca. It was a lovely little spot that had a great breakfast and great coffee. Getting there that early, the town was still quiet and completely ours. And then we heard this, the Torre Mangana, the last remnant of a Moorish fortress from the 16th century, built over an Arab citadel and a Jewish quarter. The history layered into this one tower is extraordinary. Cuenca is a perfect half-day trip from Madrid. Go early, walk slowly, and let the city reveal itself. There are tons of walking trails that allow you to explore the entire gorge. Check the DLD list for my Cuenca tips, and next stop is Toledo. That one stayed with me the longest, and it doesn't take you long to understand why. As you approach Toledo across the Tagus River, the entire city rises above you on the hill. Ancient, golden, almost unchanged for centuries. The train from Madrid takes about 30 minutes, and from the station you can actually walk into the old city. It's about 20 minutes, with a bit of a climb near the end. This walk gives you the first real view of Toledo. The Tagus River wraps around much of the city like a natural moat. Long before the walls were built, the geography itself made Toledo easy to defend. We arrived early in the morning, but even then Toledo felt noticeably busier than the other towns we had visited. It's one of the most popular day trips from Madrid. Toledo is often called the city of three cultures. For centuries, Christian, Muslim, and Jewish communities lived here side by side. You can still see those layers today. In a single walk, you can pass a synagogue, a mosque, and a cathedral. It's something that makes Toledo feel completely unique. But the detail that stayed with me most were these shackles hanging on the walls of the San Juan de los Reyes monastery. Every link belonged to a Christian prisoner freed from Moorish captivity during the Reconquista. Queen Isabella ordered them hung here in 1494. They've been on these walls for over 500 years.
And there you have it. 4 towns, 4 completely different worlds, all within an hour of Madrid. Which one would you visit? Leave a comment below. If Spain or Madrid is on your travel list and you're looking for somebody who's walked the cobblestones or done the research, then please reach out. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, cheers to discovering life differently.